I don't have a button to go live. Oh, we already are live.
We are live. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome
Hey,
to today's live.
Yep. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's me, Colette Baron-Reid with Anna Denning. Oh, do we have our book? I don't have my book here. We always have to
I
show
have
the
a
book.
book.
Yeah, you have the book. We have our book, The Art of Manifesting. Now, I see that backwards. Do other people see it?
Oh
The
my God. Let me just.
It's
Let.
backwards.
I always do that. I do.
Oh my
There you
God. Well,
go.
anyway, it reads The Art of Manifesting, right? It does. And I wanted, we're really excited about today because today is the midpoint of Mercury retrograde, as well as the new moon in Scorpio. And if you are already familiar with shadow work and you've already been looking at this season of Mercury retrograde with all those retrograde planets, it's not just Mercury, it's everybody's Mercury
Yes.
retrograde. It gives us a beautiful opportunity to zero in on what creates the thinking, or what is the thinking that creates the behavior, that creates the cascade of emotions. What are the old stories that we have that really need to be released, and we need to be liberated from those. Now, yeah, I will give you the three places I love to read best, and that's Leslie Tagorda from starpower.com, Moon Omens, and who else do I like? Well, I like so many astrologers, and of course we love to
Pam.
watch Pam Gregory. So I kind of boiled it all down to, and then I like to be very practical, right? So let's get it real practical. So um, what I love about this midpoint is what astrology actually does. So astrology is less of a predictor than an inviter, right? So it's an invitation to take a look at, what are the opportunities that this umbrella in the sky offers us, right? What is it that we're supposed to be looking at? So we rewire our beliefs, and this is actually the perfect time to do that right now. And that's what the AM method is. It's a way for us to rewire our brains while we break cycles that are not our own, burn away illusions, and then we reconnect to our joy and purpose. And it just kind of does it by itself organically without us having to chip away at anything. And it gives us also an opportunity to try something new and practice doing things differently. And also to kind of do a little mini inventory about what used to be the problems that we share, what was the challenges that we had in ourselves, right? So remember that our beliefs that we hold impact our mindset the most, right? And then our feelings, and then that impacts our behaviors. So I had pulled a card this morning. I put it back in the deck. Isn't that silly? Where is it now? It's called Letting Go of Stories. I know, isn't that silly? Because we start talking, Anna and I forget that we have a live, and we just think we're talking to each other. And we realize, like, oh shit, there's a camera. We're supposed to go on the camera, right?
Yes,
And then
it's
I'm like,
time.
I put the card back. Okay,
Which
so
deck is that?
this is my deck, Guides of the Hidden Realms. And this is the deck that I painted. These beings came to me through a series of months, and they're really big, giant paintings. So letting go of stories is about it's not about diving in and picking them apart and analyzing who gave it to you and why or any of that stuff, or I'm feeling feelings. It's more about, you know what, that's the story I've been telling myself. I don't really know how to let it go, because it's true. If we did, all of us would have let them go by now. So instead it's like, but I can tell a new one. I can move into a different intention for myself, so I can be liberated from this whole kit and caboodle, right? Of the story that has held me hostage all this time without me even giving it permission. Right. And I think that that's really key, that, that whatever it is, each one of us is going to have our own unique experience, but it really boils down to self-centered fear. I think for any one of us, that something's going to get taken away from us, or something that we want's not going to happen because of it, or some, like whatever it is, or we don't feel safe, or it's all about this. And it takes us away from total trust and faith in a power greater than ourselves, which you don't even have to be religious or even spiritual to know that the quantum field alone, if science can tell you something's going on, and then it responds to us. Like we're like these little radios that are broadcasting ourselves, which is because we don't manifest what we want, we manifest what we are. And the story is what is broadcast, right? So
Yeah.
rather than worry about, oh my God, I've been telling this awful story, who cares? We've all been telling awful stories. Let's find a way, a bridge to telling a new story and practicing that so organically. And it isn't about bypassing, it's about complete acknowledgement that I get it. I have been telling this story and I keep telling it, and maybe I inherited it. Maybe I'm just used to it. Maybe it's my comfort zone. Maybe I have an identity that's wrapped up in telling this story. But that's okay. We have to say, yes, I get it. And maybe you actually have a genuine story that was true that isn't helping you anymore to keep telling it. Like if I want to keep telling people about how I had this violence that happened to me in my early 20s, now I can tell the story because the story is not attached to me anymore. But it's like, oh my God, I'm a victim. Yeah, I was a victim. But now, all these years later, I don't want to be a victim. I'm not going to come from that. That happened to me, but now I have a new story to tell. I'm liberated and I'm empowered. So I want you guys. So when Anna and I got together, and Anna came up with the best idea. She always has the best ideas for what we were going to draw today. I was very, very excited. So let's start. And remember that acknowledge the shadow. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for going. Let's go in the basement. Find out, like, let's acknowledge there's a story. And be really gentle and kind with ourselves, okay? Like no blame and no shame in this game ever. Oh, why am I the only one there? You should be.
I am here. I
Okay.
thought I will swap the paper around. Or the
Okay.
camera around
And
with the paper.
I apologize. I still have a cold, so I sound a little nasal. But anyway, so I'm going to do with Anna what she's going to do. So she's going to show you there. So let's just first tell you this drawing is a little different. So we're actually going to have two dots. We're going to activate our paper the way we always do, for those of you who've done this with us before. And then we're going to have two dots of intention. So let's activate our page, and this is how we do it, right? So we're going to have friction in our hands, and we're going to create a chi ball, a ball of life force energy, and we scoop our hands together. I'm going to try and show you how to do it like this. And we do it until it feels like it's pushing it apart. I made a big ball the other day with this. It's like, it's amazing. Like it is just, you can't make this up. So you're signaling to the body that something, oh, there's life force energy. Because we don't want the paper to just be a piece of paper. We want the paper to symbolize something more. We want the paper.
I was going to say, this is one of my favorite parts because all of a sudden it becomes real because we're creating that space and, we can feel the energy when we do that.
You know, it was really great when Anna and I first met. Well, we didn't know this. It was after a while of having made friends when, Hay House was like, you need to have a book. And then I'm like calling Anna going like, you're interested in doing something? But we were both we were both doing this with our paper and didn't tell, like, we never taught anybody to do this, but we were doing it. I'm like, yeah. We both do this. We have to teach people. Yes. All right. So then you put, now I'll show you, you're going to go like this. I'll show you this way. Is this way? No. Yeah. So you're going to go bouncy about not an inch, just hover over it. And you should feel the same kind of push. Like you just feeling something odd. Your hand could tingle. You're just going to notice that something's going on.
Yeah, it draws me in almost.
Doesn't it?
Yes.
And it looks like the paper.
Love the sensation. Paper's alive.
Yeah, right? So why are we doing this? The paper is now representing the field of potential. It's the whole universe on a piece of paper. Okay, that's what it is. It's a representation, right? Now, we want to see how alive it is. So we're going to put two dots. The first one is, where am I now? Let's make our X marks the spot at lower right hand.
No, left
hand, sorry.
Left hand.
Which
side.
left? The lower left.
just a small one.
Just a little one. And then you show them, is it more like
To the
three
top, to the
quarters.
right. Yeah, kind of
I would
towards.
say mine is kind of like this. So it's like three quarters. Hang on. Like one on the bottom to the right, and the one is like, because we're going to be doing something really cool.
Yeah,
So let me tell you that, so the one we want to focus on, so the where we are is on the bottom right, where we are now, right?
It's
Moon,
over here. Yeah.
middle of Mercury retrograde, moon, here we are. We're acknowledging I got a lot of shitty stories, and here it is. And some of them are very valid and whatever, but I don't want to keep telling them. Okay, so there we go. Now, up in the left, that's where we want to focus our eyes. So how we do that in the AM method is we stare at it with a soft focus and we wait. Now mine automatically goes.
Yeah, the more
So
you
you should,
practice this, the more you
the more
see
you do it, yeah. So what you should notice, you guys, is that the very least you'll see a halo of light. But many people, once you do it, are going to start to see a whole pattern that shows up all over the paper, which is kind of like how the universe works, all the different connections, the threads of connection that exist everywhere, all the time, between everything and everyone. It's pretty amazing. You know what's really funny? It was so freezing here today, so I put my sweater on. I have a scarf on, but I forget when I do the AM method, I get heated up.
Yeah.
Now I'm sweating now.
Uh,
So are we able to see? There's no chat that we can see, is there? Like if people, I
Yeah,
don't think there is.
I can see, Diana says, we don't manifest what we want, we manifest what we
What
are.
we are.
So profound. As our
Yeah.
story broadcasts, we see who we are actually and make changes. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
You guys notice the light? Did everybody see the light? Did you see the light?
Did you see the light? Please put a comment or put plus in the chat. That would be great.
Yeah, we just want to see that you've actually clicked onto this, because it really does work. And this is the first step in rewiring our brain, because now the part of us that wants to see a new story is like going, oh, the intention here is the liberation from the old story, right? So that's what that upper left dot
Right,
is.
dot up right.
Liberation, new story, and liberation from the old story,
Yeah.
right? That's what that one is. So the brain is like, whoa, interesting. Okay, something's going on here. This paper's alive. I love it. Let's see. So
Okay.
I'm going to turn it over. So I'm going to turn this over to you now, Anna.
Okay, perfect. So we also need to draw now our portal, as we usually do. So just pick your size. I quite like when the portal is, today is going to be square, and it is going to be kind of, the portal is going to be, the dots are going to be inside the portal. I hope that you can see. I'm going to go over, or actually take slightly thicker.
Here, I'll show them mine too.
Liner, yes.
There it is.
Can you see, Colette, can you see my screen?
I can. And then I just showed them mine.
Perfect. Lovely.
Yeah. Mine takes up a bigger space. Yours is that. As long as you guys have the two corners in there, that's what we want to see.
It does, nothing needs to be perfect. It's actually the beauty and uniqueness and imperfection. Look at my portal. It's yeah, it's a bit wonky, and I love it because it's unique for me for today. You will love wonky. So now from the dot of intention, the top right one, let's draw frequency. And these are intuitive lines. They go basically where you want, however you like. And
with no
resistance.
friction, no resistance, no friction. This has to feel like flow, and they go where they want. Way. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's like, I don't know, branches go towards the light. They just go where it's easy. So you broadcast your frequency outwards into the universe, and then you bring it in. I quite creating those kind of ribbons, I like to say. Draw them next to each other. And again, you you draw as many lines as you like. You go outwards into the universe and you bring energy, blessings, etc. inwards.
So, and this is actually, I'll go nerdy on us. The science of this is that we send a frequency out to the quantum field or the field of possibility. So that's a frequency. We're always doing it, by the way. We're always sending it. And we receive an answer back. Now, do we fully understand what is sending it back to us? Well, the new scientists believe that there is an interaction between the field and us. For us, we are looking at it much more from a metaphysical, spiritual perspective, that we are receiving a witnessing. Yes, I see you. Yes, I hear you. This is that your intention is to be liberated and to create something new. I will help you. That's what this is. Right? And they help us, the universe helps us through synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that may not get us to like the liberated moment overnight, because I think that's the whole Uber Eats idea of the universe needs to be flushed down the toilet. It's an evolution. It's an evolution of like, you will get there if you rehearse it 1000%. And that doesn't mean that you disregard or disrespect your old stories. They're true. Like they're true. But how, right? It's like a new story may be needed to take root in order to move forward in a way that you want.
Yeah, I quite like the reason why I like creating those ribbons, because I like putting those dots, sorry, gratitude bubbles in the middle.
Yep.
So we're saying thank you. With each bubble, we say thank you, thank you, thank you to spirit, to God, to the universe, for being with us, for listening. Because if you kind of look back, that the spirit does listen, and you will see so many synchronicities in your life.
And that's what you learn, is to pay attention to those. And that's what we really want for everybody when they do this method, that they start trusting and being in awe of the universe, because you can't deny it. Once this happens, you can't make it up. It's like you can't go, well, that didn't happen. Yes, it did. And yes, you can call it coincidence, but they're meaningful coincidences. And the more you have them, the more you have to call them by their real name, which is synchronicity.
Yes. So now let's go back to where we are now. I get sometimes carried away with gratitude bubbles. Let's go back to our little dots where we are now on the left bottom of our paper, of our portal. And what we're going to do, we are going to create those concentric circles, and we call them the rings. They're the layers of becoming. So with each layer, so this is where we are now, but looking at where we want to get to, we are going to create these rings, these circles around our dots. And each circle, basically, with each circle, we can shed our fears, we can shed our old patterns, we can shed heaviness, and we expand into our chosen feeling. So each circle becomes our circle of liberation, I want to say.
Yeah,
So
it is. It's a circle of liberation.
So
Here, I'll show you. I finished mine. So it looks like this. Oops, I'm upside down. See it? Oh no, it's upside down.
Yes.
There you go. So starting down there. Now Anna's is like I added mine as long as they connected. I just made bigger ones and bigger ones, or you can do them like Anna did, which is from one to the other. But feel free to do it either way.
Yeah, whatever makes sense to you. I mean, we're just here to kind of guide you, but at the end of the day, you are, the artists of your own life. So do however you like. And so I'm kind of doing those just so they grows and grows as expands. And I also want you to feel it in in the body, that expansion. How with each step you can go over and over, and that's okay if you go over and over, because you create those spaces where you can put those gratitude bubbles.
So see what I did? I had both. I did Anna's way and my way because I knew that I wanted to create more crisscrossings so I could play with them. That was me. So
Mm-hmm.
it's one way, that way. You can do it my way. I actually
Yeah,
like Anna's.
indeed.
Yours is the best.
But I
Do what
want to
Anna.
exactly, but with each expansion, with each circle that
Yeah.
it's going bigger, bigger, I just want you to feel that how you are becoming, how
Hmm.
you're embracing that feeling, that intention. And I just want you to feel that intention in your body. And maybe you can even pinpoint where in the body it lives and where do you feel that expansion. I always
You
feel
know
it in
where
my chest.
you feel that in your chest, so it's very interesting. I feel my old stories in my throat, but I
Oh.
feel the expansion in my solar plexus. So when you guys go over it, like I tend to do my a quicker drawing and then I go over it very slowly and tune in. Like I know it's going to take layers. There's a gap between where I am now, that small circle, and where and the liberation of the old story and planting a new one. Because each time that I rehearse the intention, I grow, right? I have more opportunity,
Mhm.
more things. So it's being in that state also of anticipation of this beautiful experience because I will become someone new. You are going to become someone new when you do this.
Mhm. I quite like to say, like, especially with the bigger circle, I'm thinking about I am reclaiming almost that power that I abandoned
Yeah.
long ago.
Yep.
And and you can say whatever resonates with you. This is just kind of what I'm thinking, but you can create your own story. So you can
Well,
say
what I
this
love
is where
about
your courage grows. Hmm.
and I love what you said because the phoenix is also a sign of Scorpio.
Hmm.
We need to see your face, Anna.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Hold
only
on.
my face. We should have
Uh,
three little boxes, you,
is that
me, and the
okay?
drawing.
I hope.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me appear my appear as
I'm
well.
the only
I
face.
will be
Yeah, yeah,
under.
yeah, yeah. We need you in there too. Like it doesn't matter
Okay.
that the camera's there. It's I like it when you're here also. Yeah, so
No, thank
that's
you.
of liberation. It's like, and then also you're right, the reclamation. Because when I'm there, I'm reclaiming something I was born with. I
Hmm.
wasn't born expecting
Hmm.
trauma, expecting fear to show up. I wasn't born assuming I would be unworthy. I was born worthy, as were you. So that reclaiming the phoenix rising of its own ashes, which is a Scorpio a symbol, is very potent here.
And for everybody, it's different. For
Yeah.
some of you, sometimes I can see, like, especially this period, like this new moon highlights some things and some fears that were in me, and it is, for many years, sometimes you live under the control of somebody else. Sometimes,
Yep.
and sometimes it is time, just to relinquish that, just to abandon that fear, to step
Yep.
into something else where who you want to become.
Yep.
Oh, I'm feeling quite emotional because I think this new
I
moon of
know.
Scorpio, as they say, it's one of the most alchemical, new
Yep.
moons. It's the most
Of the year. It is
potent
the
moons
most,
of the year. Hmm.
yeah. Because typically we usually get, oh, what are we going to manifest? But the truth is that this moon, this particular new moon, requires us to be honest with ourselves about that shadow piece and to say, you know what? I can't take this with me. I have to acknowledge it. I really respect it. But then we have to build something new. And if we want something different, we can't. If we do what we did, we're going to get what we got. If we
Hmm.
believe what we did, we're going to get what we got. If we behave the way we did, we're going to get what we got. So we have to do something new.
Oh, I love this. I love this. Exactly. So this is from here, from that tiny dots, you're getting here. So I quite like that
Yeah.
because you can visually see where you're getting to. And, remember to add gratitude bubbles. Also remember to add your own symbolism.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to bring into your life, just don't be shy. Just add as many things as you want. Whatever is meaningful for you.
You know what I want to do right now is that, because I think that a lot of pain, like when I think about also my ancestral patterning, so I'll just show you what I did here in my first dot. I put a
Mhm.
heart
I love
because
that.
I just put a little heart because a lot of the story that I tell myself came out of my parents' pain and their ancestral pain. Like, I inherited some fear, and it wasn't their fault, right? It's like it's just the trauma that's passed down generationally is something to really respect. And so I put love there. I put extra heart there because
Mhm.
I want to respect and love that part of me too, that carried that thread forward in the tapestry of my life, and I don't want to make it wrong. I realized, and also the other things, the stories that wove around the core of my heart to protect myself, because our stories and our shadows were there really to protect ourselves. So I don't want to make it wrong. But I don't want it to I don't want to keep telling that story to myself, because I'll
Yeah,
start telling it to you too.
yeah. I'm thinking because when I was little, you started talking about, when you were a child and generation trauma, and I'm thinking because when I was growing up, I was always told to be a really good girl, and I
Yep.
always was. I mean, I'm trying to get rid of this, but I'm such a people pleaser. And sometimes, like, if you want to get somewhere, if you want to get here, that you need to look after yourself. You need sometimes
Uh,
to stop doing those things. So
yeah.
I'm kind of drawing about that.
Yeah, it's interesting because that's a core one. I have Libra rising, but
Mhm.
I'm, so I always say I have codependence rising, but I'm also that way. And I think anybody who enters the healing arts has some level of a desire to help other people. But how it shows up for me is very unhealthy for me, right? Where I allow
Mhm.
a strong personality. Like my dad was the pasha, right? You know what I mean? He was like the king of the castle. And also because I had been violated by a group of men in my early 20s, I'm scared of that
Mhm.
real aggressive thing. I turn over into a possum. So that has to change. So we all have our stories, and I'm not afraid of sharing them because I've done so much work around it. But ultimately, it's like our job is to catch it, but not to make it wrong. That's the other thing. I find that sometimes the shadow work becomes very depressing, and it shouldn't be. It's really like, wow, that's really interesting. That's how I've protected myself. Aha. And that's been my identity. And then sometimes, when people want to enforce an identity upon you, like, no, you have to be this. It's like you have to somehow to say, F you. I'm me. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
not I'm not I'm not here for you. I'm going to do it my way regardless. And when the universe hears that, or when the quantum field hears that organically, it's just so wild. You just start seeing things differently and new opportunities come. See, I love your star with the little.
That what you just said resonated with me. I'm gonna put it here. Actually, I am me.
Yeah.
I love that. It was just so short and so beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is my circle. I am me. I've
I am
decided.
me.
Yes.
And me is okay. And even with my stories, they made me, but I want to tell a new story. I want to be, because sometimes we get stuck and we don't know, like I said, we don't know how to tell the new story. And we think we have to analyze it and make it wrong or somehow tell another story on top of that first story about how, but instead it's like, well, what if there was another story? Could I tell another story? And in fact, we can.
We
I am
can.
me and I'm okay with me.
Yeah. Just accepting
And
yourself.
yeah. So let's just spend the last couple minutes immersed in gratitude. So these little bubbles that we're doing in here, I want you to say thank you to the old story, like really thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to the new story. And thank you to the universe for showing me I can have a new story. Thank you for restoring my choice, my agency. I don't have to keep telling that story. And then who do I want to become? Ooh. And then follow the crumbs, the clues. And thank you for the synchronicities that I know are there for me to show me the way, to show me
I
there
love
is
that.
a because that's not us. That's the universe. That's the part that those coincidences, those synchronicities. And I actually started saying coincidence again because I noticed quite a few people didn't really understand what the difference was. And I say the meaningful coincidence because it directly relates to the subject. It's like, wait a minute, I couldn't have made that up. Oh my God, I got my answer right here. And it comes. But you didn't generate that. The universe responded to witnessing you. When you are consistent, it
Yeah.
doesn't respond to every thought because it can't, but it responds to that which we rehearse.
And can I just say, sometimes coincidences happen, and sometimes they're not even particularly pleasant. But this is
Mm-hmm.
your universe, the universe kind of pushing you towards a certain outcome, certain decision that you need to make, kind of pushing you towards the truth, towards you being the best version of yourself. If
Yep. Being the best for, and sometimes it's like, it's pain. Like, for example, when we realize that we've been afraid of somebody in power, for example, or we've given our power away, right? And we need to reclaim that power. That can be scary. So, right, that's not, oh goody, I can have power. That's not how it works. Like,
yeah.
often we're like really screwed up about that.
Yes. Oh
It's
goodness.
like, wait a minute, there's I'm like, oh, I've been allowing myself to be disempowered all this time. Uh-oh.
Mm.
But that's how this works. And we're like, oh.
But it
And then
makes
you know
sense
what?
later.
Later. Yep. You and I shared that when we first met. We shared similar stories. And we're like, oh, that's so interesting. I have that too. We're like, me too, me
Yeah.
too. Right. And then the
Yeah.
only way to not be what you were is to rehearse to be someone else. Yeah. So we are coming to the close of our time together. We want to keep these like around approximately half hours. You can rewatch this video, obviously. Now I'll show you mine. Oh, there, what you saw Anna's. I'm starting to work on mine now. And I'm going to,
Mhm.
yep, that's Anna's. That's a big, so mine is a little different. So whatever
Mhm.
works for you. I happen to love to add the, to thicken the parts where the branch meets so that it doesn't break, right? So I like to do
Mhm.
that. You don't have to, right? Sometimes I do that, or I put little bubbles in the corners, right? So it
Yes,
makes
me
it
too.
right. Yeah. Any way you do this is the right way. I think this is so important. If you want to put glitter and you want to put metallic pens on your thing, if you want to use watercolor, if you want to color part of it, not the other part of it, it's important that you follow your own flow, right? This is not rule based, this is invitation based because the universe is always inviting us into a dialogue. And when we realize that we can have a two-way dialogue and that anything we really desire to become is possible. Anything is possible when you open your connection to the universe. Anyway, you will see Anna and I again. We're talking about doing a regular Monday thing, but we'll just stay tuned. You never know where we're going to pop up next. And you can obviously watch this video and share it with your friends. And please share your drawings. We love for you to share your drawings either on Anna's channel or on mine, right? On Colette Baron-Reid. So,
Or
because we're
both,
going to, yeah,
because
we
we
want it on
share
both.
them.
Yes, because we share them. That's the thing. We've loved every drawing that you guys have sent. So, and we want other people to see this too. Like, remember, when two or more are gathered in my name, there I am. And the name
Mhm.
is spirit, universe, higher power, whatever it is. We're doing this together, one drawing at a time.
Yes.
Mwah.
Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing your drawings. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Like,
See you.
subscribe, share.
Like,
Bye.
subscribe, and share. Bye.